I, 30 male, cheated on my wife of 6 years, 35 female, a few months after she had cheated on me. I feel terrible about it and I don't know where to go from here. My wife cheated on me in the past, though she'll never admit to it. I saw all the signs and strange behavior like dressing up and coming home drunk while I'd be at work and so on. Even a hickey one night, we had a huge fight and lies were told once I confronted her. Fast forward to now, a few months later, she had stopped disappearing and our sex life finally started to come back to life after being non-existent for a year. Very interesting, right? Very interesting, guys. I finally got the opportunity to cheat this past week with all my resentment and anger I continued forward. I haven't even gotten to this point, and that's exactly where I was going to go to. Especially this one. Especially this one. I feel guilty about it, and I don't know where to go from here. I wanted to hurt her the same way she broke my heart, but I just ended up hurting myself again. You Mistake number one was accepting you are what you tolerate. Accepting this and not filing for divorce, again, fuck if she's your wife, fuck if you have to pay alimony or 50-50, whatever the hell, right? You leave, brother. You leave. You don't you don't if you stay in these relationships, the same things happen to you, right? You grow resentment, you grow anger, and the hate that he has right now is not for her, it's for himself, because he stooped to the same level of her, of having to cheat. See, I'm very big on openness. I've never once cheated on a woman. Have I been in a one-way open relationship myself? Yes, I have. One-way open for me. But I saw how that hurt the girl I was with. So, regardless, I'm never a fan of lying to a person. I always like to lay things out on the table, take it or leave it, right? This is what I offer, this is who I am, take it or leave it. Because that's what I want in a relationship too. This is who I am, take it or leave it, right? To me, it makes the situation easy. It's like going to a grocery store. Could you imagine trying to buy a gallon of milk and it doesn't have the price tag? The apples don't have a price tag. The cereal doesn't have a price tag. How much you're paying for a pound of meat doesn't like. I don't like that in a relationship. And granted, things can fluctuate price wise, and that's an analogy to say that people can change. People can change for the better or for the worse. But if it got to this point right here, I would have just left. I would have just left. Would it have hurt it? Would it have hurt? Of course. That's my wife. But I would have left. There's no point in me having to stoop to her level and do what she did to quote unquote get back at her, to make her hurt. Because the same thing happens here. You end up hurting yourself. You end up feeling like the same piece of shit that she was. And just because you can't impose your moral compass on other people either. Right? You can't expect her to feel your pain, and you can't expect her to dictate her morals and values based off of yours. That's why you have to do a good job of vetting the type of person you want to be. First, you have to know who you are, but you have to vet the type of person you want to be with, right? Because especially if they're your wife, right? I mean, it's for the long term. It's unfortunate though that, as he said, right, he let it build up to this anger and resentment that he had for her, right? Because now she's changed, she's better, she's assumably she's not cheating, right? But I mean, now what? Odds are you're still gonna break up, right? And after you break up, what then? That pain you still carry for yourself, brother. That bag of shit that you did, you gotta carry it. You gotta carry that bag of shit, not her, right? Because if she's willing to do this, brother, she's not gonna have the same morals or values that you have. She's not going to feel hurt about cheating on you or all those things. Just like you feel hurt about the things you did. And you could feel hurt because of a lot of conflicting things. Because you feel like a piece of shit is one of them. Two, it could be remembering the things she did. But again, all this you do to yourself now, brother. This is the whole cutting your nose to spite your face. But that bag of shit, now you have to carry it. You have to carry it, my brother, not her. You get what I'm saying? And it sucks because, like I said, you just prove to yourself that you're no better from her, from doing this. And you can be just as vindictive or spiteful or hateful. And this doesn't leave. This doesn't leave. The only thing that happens is this transferred over to you, my brother. That's what happens. Now that resentment and anger goes to you. Now you start feeling those same shitty feelings you felt about her, you feel about yourself because you did what she did. And you're saying right here, she probably only cheated one time. Brother, if she's been doing this, is more than one time, right? And again, she didn't care, right? Because I think a lot of cheating is a deliberate act, right? When you're the other person, I've been the other person one time, right? And it's not, I felt like shit, right? But you start to ask yourself, was it a quote unquote mistake on her part? Or was that matching bra and panty deliberate, right? Was her shaving her private parts deliberate, right? I don't know. You start seeing that these quote unquote mistakes are a lot more planned out than you think, man. They're a lot more planned out than you think. But yeah, my advice is just break up, dude. And work on you. Work on you to counteract this that you feel for yourself, not for her, because at the end of the day, she's just a lesson in your life, man. She's just a lesson that came into your life. But this right here, you're gonna have to work on this that you have for yourself. That self-loathing, that self-hate, that self-hurt, you're gonna have to work on that for yourself. You know, and you're not gonna be able to fix yourself or work on yourself with this around, because this is gonna be a constant reminder of this, and especially of this. And I know personally, I like looking inward when I want to change. I don't look outward at my exterior problems or the circumstances. I look at what the fuck I can fix inside first. That's what you have to do. You have to fix you, and it's not gonna happen with this around. Let's look at some of the advice. Just break up, shitty marriage. If you're just gonna cheat on each other, no, then they could get with others, stay together, go to therapy. Honestly, I wouldn't know where to go from here. Faulting anybody would be a mistake, but you clearly are not looking happy, which he's not looking happy. You had an opportunity to be better than her. This is what I meant. You had an opportunity to be better than her, and you gave in to the pain. And I get it. I get it. Sometimes you want them to hurt just like you did. Just like you did. But two things. One, you're not going to guarantee that she's going to feel how you felt. That's one. Two, who's to say that you feel about yourself the way she felt about herself, right? Who knows if her, after doing all of her dirt, she felt happy, she felt pleased, she felt accomplished. You don't feel that about yourself. And if I'm willing to bet, like I said, it sounds like you feel ashamed of your actions, hurt of your actions, because you stooped to the level that she did. That's how I would feel. That's how I would feel if I cheated on somebody, regardless of how shit they were. That's why I would just rather leave. But I agree with this right here. You had an opportunity to be better, and you gave into the pain. That's human, however, now a different opportunity presents itself. Be honest, accept your consequences. And this is the thing, though. Things aren't going to undo themselves. This is not going to be undone, and this is not going to be undone. Is it something that could be worked on? Probably. Probably. Do I recommend working on it? Fuck no. Fuck no. Not at all. Not at all. I agree with this 100%. The moment she cheated on you would have been, you should have walked out. Yes, no lies were told here. No lies were told here. Yes, I agree with this too. There is no fixing this. I agree. Is it fixable? Maybe. Do I think there is? No, not really. Can it be fixed? Maybe. But do I think it's gonna happen? Fuck no. Fuck no.